Definitely in for some seriously hot weather, which means it is a good time to be reminded of the risks involved with rising temps. Our Ken McCoy worked with Hemsey to do a little experiment and has the story.
Oh man, guys, the next couple of days here in the city are going to be very hot. Right now, I'm sitting inside of my vehicle just to show you guys exactly what heat does to the body. Now, before we get into those effects, let's see what Hemsey has to say.
Happens every year here in Alabama.
Alabama summers can be a little intense.
One of our concerns is the heat and then the humidity, which gives you the heat index. So we're just cautioning people to use common sense.
Speaking of common sense, let's discuss heat as it relates to your car.
No person, regardless of age, should be left in a car. If you're pulling into the Walmart and I've got to run in and just get a few things, you sit in the car for just a minute, it just doesn't need to happen.
And there's a reason why.
The major illness of the heat that is a life threat is a disease called heat stroke, a disease that occurs when your core body temperature rises above about 104 to 105 degrees. Your mental status is altered, and that is a medical emergency.
To see what heat does to the body, I sat in the car for 10 minutes while being monitored by Hemsey, and the experience was interesting.
All right, guys, so this is what I look like after 3 or 4 minutes of sitting in the car. Right now, the monitor is still going. Everything looks to be okay.
And now for the results.
So you started right near 100. It was already hot outside, and then we got up to close to 110. So there's a little bit of change there. It wasn't a tremendously long time, but also, of course, I observed that you were a lot more diaphoretic. You were sweating a lot more. And one of the problems is that your mechanism for cooling doesn't work as well when all that sweat can't evaporate. So the longer you were in there, of course, the more your heart rate would have went up as you were experiencing some of that physiological stress, and you weren't able to keep your body temperature down. So that's easier for you, somebody who's younger and healthier, than it would be for somebody who's either extremely young, like an infant, or say elderly. They might have a little bit of a harder time.
With this heat, Hemsey also wants to remind you to dress appropriately and always stay hydrated. For Fox 54 News, I'm Ken McCoy.